September match card. Match 1 is the Tag Team Contenders match, featuring the blue Team Pearl Harbor in the blue corner versus the red and black Team Japan in the red corner. And the starters will be the two men who rested last event due to health, just needing a rest. Not injured, just not good condition. So it was Ted Axel, if you recall, was not part of August card. And the Black Dragon God. So they'll be immediately back in the action, first in the ring to kick off the card. So speaking of match 1, if we revisit match 1 from the previous event, the plan had been to check in on Eddie Owens, Mr. Stoic from DFW, Dramatic Fight Wrestling, to see if he was injured. Having gone into the Strongheart match in poor condition. So I checked, he's not hurt, but he didn't look great in his guest appearance. Match evaluation was not the best. Overall, he probably wished that went better for him. So who knows if he'll ever step foot in Canada again. Meanwhile, Strongheart looked strong in the early going of their match. He didn't seem to think that Mr. Stoic was competition. It was looking like we were going to get a quick finish, many jackhammers. Though to be fair, Eddie hung in there. He made a match of it, and he survived 10 minutes. So, match 2. For the Tag Team Championship of Canada. It will be a rematch from last event. If you remember from August, Kenny Omega, instead of going all black to look more like Ken color-wise and thereby look more of a team, Kenny kept the blue in honor of his friend Wolf, who had his single success, only to lose his tag team title match, did Kenny. So now, on grounds that he was not focused last time, there must be a rematch. He shall don the black outfit and challenge Team Terrible again. So Kenny is getting down to business here, pursuing his own ambition, not only to win the tag titles, but as the leader. He played junior partner to the Wolf in those early months. Now he needs to prove his own worth by being a champion his way. But they are up against Team Terrible. So we'll take a little look at Jason. Jason the Terrible, who you recall was in his red, seeing red last time, but he has shed the red, having found some renewed peace from being back in the action. So he's back to his white. Okay, and now the two singles matches. After the spectacular, you might even say sensational, feud match between Alan Hawkins and Big Titan, we had a great back and forth, lots of excitement, 2.9 count each. It could be the key to the outcome may have been that Big Titan was also seeing red. He was in his alternate red uniform. Was he too hot-tempered to focus properly? That may have cost him, who knows. But the bottom line needs to be that we need to see Alan Hawkins get a sensational title shot for the Canadian Championship. Though it is a heavyweight championship. And is the Canadian sensation heavy enough? He is more of a mid-sized guy, but he did earn his shot, so he will get it, and we'll find out if he has what it takes. But first, match 3. The singles contenders match, featuring Big Titan and Mike Elgin. A battle of the 2 former champions, the renewal of an early rivalry in a where do we go from here match. Well, the winner probably gets the next title shot. In fact, this will be the first time they've met with the actual title not on the line. Instead, they're battling to get there. And then the singles championship. Match 4. Featuring the already mentioned Alan Hawkins, the challenger, against your champion of Canada, Wolf Hockfield. This will be a tournament semi-final rematch, if you remember. But this time it's for the outright championship. Will we have a sensational September? Before we get to the matches, I want to touch briefly on the venue. Oh, before we get that, as long as we're on this list here, you can scroll to the bottom right, you see Will Stewart is there. It's his turn to sort of voluntarily sit out because his condition's poor. And his partner has 1 more month of recovery from his injury. So Team Satan is sitting out, but they should both be back strong and ready to go for Halloween. Okay, so venue on the right there. We are back to rural Small Hall, but it's not the end of the world. It's just 1 fewer match than last time, so there's a smaller crowd. That makes sense. And it's our most expensive advertising yet, actually. First time we've delved into print ad. Highlighted in red there. So I'll show you the figures with and without. If we were to take the print ad off, if you look in the top right for forecast, we'd only be bringing in $2,494. And a print ad ain't cheap. If you notice the expenses, $15,000, they're about to double. A print ad is $15,000, so that ain't cheap at all. But if you do the math there on how the forecasts changed, by running the print ad for 15 grand, we're expecting 375 more attendees, which if you look at the ticket price there of $80, 375 times $80 is an extra $30,000 in revenue in exchange for spending $15,000 extra dollars on advertising. So you just simply do the math there. We're expecting a net increase of $15,000 in revenue. So that is what we shall do. So that's cool. We are ready to start wrestling. So if you notice in the top right there, for expenses, 77,000. 2 sevens. It's got to be lucky, right? September. See you in September. And September is now. Match 1. Go! This is a tag team contenders match. Team Pearl Harbor, who has yet to pick up a win as a team. We saw from last month, the Baron actually picked up his first singles victory. In the process, he shelved Will Stewart. Will Stewart scampered out of there in poor condition and needs rest. So nice feather in the cap for the Baron. He's got some momentum. But what about frickin' Ted Axel? Get a win, will you please, in some form. As he continues to make a mockery of the money I spent on him. The $50,000 man. Well, he'll be in the ring straight away against the second man coming down that ramp, the Black Dragon God, who has had at least a win at some point. First time these two are tagging up. This is only the second appearance of Strongheart. He'll wait on the apron while these two men get to it. Ted Axel immediately goes for what looked like maybe the double arm suplex. It was escaped by the Black Dragon God. Drop toe hold succeeds there though. Elbow to the spine, knee to the back of the head. And we are well underway. Black Dragon God pulls guard into the armbar from the underside. Pretty good start, first minute. Both men have got some work in. There's that ankle pick, I guess it was. Some mounted strikes. Knees to the face. That can bloody a man I've seen in these matches. Belly to belly suplex. Ted Axel, as we've seen in the past, likes to work that arm twist, work the arm and shoulder, and he gets the Baron in there. The Baron Charles. It's the first time these two have ever locked up. Here, regardless. There's that torture grind with the elbow, but the Baron uses some elbows of his own and then attacks the foundation. There's a belly-to-belly suplex. And one of the, I guess it's kind of a launch suplex too, isn't it? Because some belly-to-bellies just involve just sort of slamming the guy down to the side there. That was more of like a release. And there's the 3D. Good double team move. The Baron's back on his feet, still early. Working the limbs, attack the leg, attack the arm. Wear down your opponent's capability to execute moves. That's a good idea. Snap suplex into the red corner, though. The red and black corner. Regal stretch. Test of manhood as we approach the 5-minute mark. Won by the Baron. 5 minutes gone. Huh, okay, so the Baron doesn't mind working that arm twist, shoulder smash thing too. Maybe that'll be a strategy for Team Pearl Harbor. Both do that same move. What was that? Crossface chicken wing? Dragon screw leg whip. And get the Black Dragon God back in there. As Ted Axel looks the fool, trying that front drop kick, landing flat on his back. That looks terrible. Maybe take that move out of your arsenal. Oh, brutal. Pounds to the back of the head, mounted. Punches to the back of the head. Really, yeah. Probably good that that's not legal. That just seems really particularly vicious. This is wrestling after all. It's not street violence. He shot. Counter shot. But oh, counter of his own as Ted Axel gets the some sort of arm twist chicken wing. And there that forward dropkick finally lands. Let's make it misses more often than it lands. Oh, the Baron Charles is going for a cheap disqualification victory. So you look at him, ref, he's got a chair. He hit me with it. He hit me. Oh. The ref does not buy it. He had a pretty good view of the action. I think he saw the Baron pull out the chair and fooling nobody. Boot. Oh, there's a good way to save your partner. Looked like Baron Charles was going to apply some sort of hold to the Black Dragon God, and then we had the backflip drop kick by Strongheart to break that up. Oh, wow. Gorilla press into the diamond cutter. Impressive move. This Strongheart's got some exciting moves, I gotta say. A little bit of a flawed attempt at a double team there. These two men, they may or may not have teamed in the past. Maybe they teamed in Japan for all we know. This is their first tag in Canada. Maybe they've never tagged at all, and so maybe they're not used to working together. That might be advantage Team Pearl Harbor, because we've seen them team many times. Unsuccessfully, mind you. So that's not necessarily an advantage. They might just be team loser. You might get defeated by just about anybody. You gotta figure, if they can't win this match against a team that doesn't look like they work well as a team. Although we did see the 3D earlier, which was exciting. Anyway, I should pay more attention to the action, rather than theorize about what we might see. Let's not deal in hypotheticals too much. Let's get to the actual. Pulling of the guard into the armbar again. Still a bit early for submission, certainly in tag action. Maybe in singles action we might get that done. But guys are tagging in and out, getting rest. Oh, not quite in the ropes there. Some more wear down to the arm area of Ted Axel. Knees to the face. Boy, oh boy. Just brutality on display by the Black Dragon God. Guess he wants to make sure that Team Japan looks strong here. A little bit of national pride from these non-Canadians in their own country. And why shouldn't they have that? And they wouldn't want to lose to a team that can't seem to win. It's like, we don't want to be the first team to fall to the hapless Team Pearl Harbor, who has so far surprised nobody with their callous ambush tactics. But they say there's a first time for everything. I'm holding out hope. While it might be an amusing running gag for some viewers, Ted Axel can't win ever. Again, I gave that douche 50 grand. That might have been a bit sexist. Sorry if I offended any female viewers. I should have said jerk. That jerk was given 50 grand. Wow. Okay. Rolling splash by Strongheart. Dragon screw leg whip. All four men in the ring. This is exciting. Well, it was kind of exciting. It was exciting on the surface. We didn't necessarily see a whole lot. Okay, again he fails with a double axe handle, the double arm suplex, which he tried earlier. I thought maybe now that we're farther in the match, guys are a bit tired, he might be able to execute that move, but still no. This is the wise man after all. When do things ever work out for him? More submission attempts. In the ropes, though. The Black Dragon God would do well to move the action back toward the middle if he was serious about a submission. So, almost on cue, he does that very thing. The Baron gets in there. And the breakup. So now, crossface chicken wing, another move duplication by Team Pearl Harbor. We saw Ted Axel do that from a kneeling position earlier. So, now right in the center of the ring, Baron better get the heck in there. because this match has gone on a while, and a submission is not out of the question. Suplex. Vertical suplex. Which some matches have a lot of, if you notice. Like a lot of guys have that move. All 4 men in the ring again. Can we see some exciting brawling action here? Ted Axel is going to the top rope. Flying punch to the kneecap. Bit of a weird choice. And we have a knee drape backbreaker submission. Ooh, power bomb. I think I'm making the fire jumping power bomb. But the Baron was in the ropes. Wow, might we see the superplex here? Up on the top rope? Oh boy! Reversal. Counter by Strongheart into the DDT from up on high. If the Baron didn't get up, I wouldn't blame him. But he's up. Look at him. He's a very thick man. He must be tough as heck, you'd think. Some sort of Frankensteiner victory roll there. But there was no victory to be had. At least not yet. We're past 20 minutes though. As long as Team Pearl Harbor hangs in there, maybe, just maybe, we'll get their first win. But getting jackhammered is not the road to victory. 2.9 though. I was all set to say nice finish though. Meanwhile, we had a brass knuckle mover over there in the middle of the ring. Anyway, pile driver. Baron Charles sets up a submission hold. Can they finally get a win here? Team Pearl Harbor? No, but we are getting some biting near the center of the ring. And we'll see some of that blood that I mentioned earlier that we might have had from those knee strikes. But it took someone eating another man's forehead for lunch in order to get our first blood of the match. And the Baron Charles is attempting some sort of... You might have your own thoughts. I'm just going to say that's humiliation tactics. Try to make the man as uncomfortable, make him not want to be in this match anymore. Because he's just a bit creeped out. More of that arm twist. The bloodied wise man. It's a big boot. Knee to the skull. Oh, here's a submission. The Regal stretch. We have the Regal stretch in the middle of the ring, but it's broken up. Oh no. Counter into the elbow grind torture hold. And the blood just seeping into the mat there. Ugh. Back to the Regal stretch. Bloody me, will you, says Ted Axel. Break up again, wow. Well, I was about to say, I dare say that Team Pearl Harbor is running out of chances. There we have Ted Axel, face down in his own blood. His partner, the Baron Charles, standing over him going, damn it. Just can't win. At least not as a team. Should Baron Charles contemplate putting a stop to this partnership and branching out into singles action? At least he's had a win there. But anyway, Team Japan, congratulations. Ted Axel still searching for that first win here in Canada. Match 2 for Canada's Tag Team Championship. So not much changed in the contenders picture. We had another loss, surprise, surprise, for Team Pearl Harbor. So they're pretty much where they were, although we did get a win recorded for newly formed Team Japan, so some title opportunity consideration for them at some point, presumably. We shall see how things shake out. For that, Team Terrible make another attempted defense of their title. This is Kenny Omega's first attempt at the all black in his uniform, but he's going to be opposite another all black, the Wrestling Bear. Okay, well, good start for Kenny. Elbows the beast down, applies the chin lock. Okay, counter elbow again to the back of the head. Well, Omega on a mission. We go into the camel clutch. Okay, well, he does mean business as he knocks Jason the Terrible off the apron. Kenny Omega's been dominating so far. Finally, he eats a stiff forearm to the face. Chop. He is discombobulated. He's discombobulated. Terrible Ted so far. Kick to the G-Roin. Well, very successful opening exchange for Kenny Omega as he gives way to Ken. Headbutt to the back of the head, and they go into the big double knee to the face. Into the chicken wing. It's all Team Kenny and Ken so far. Wow. Team Terrible's got to find some sort of answer. Tag in only to have Ken just boot them both down. Headbutt to the back of the head. Good idea. To the front of the head might not work. Speaking of the front of the head, Ken goes for those knees right to the hockey mask. Probably didn't do a lot of damage, but at least blunt trauma might still work even against an armored opponent. Into the ankle lock. Jason gets kneed down and pounded. Wow, just nothing going the champion team way so far. Finally, counter clothesline. Jason gets the upper hand only briefly though, as you get hip tossed down. But then he kicks to the top of the head from the underside. Shot. Ken on the upside again. Some ground and pound. Takedown sets up Kenny Omega to go to work. Wow. Some sort of body slam brainbuster. Knee to the face. Again. Wow, these first 5 minutes have just been all challenger.
5 minutes gone.
Maybe Jason the Terrible should have stayed angry. He's too pacified. Anyway, we saw an eye rake anyway. Got a dirty move in there. That'll change things. Slap to the head. Leg trip. So we'll get Ken back in there. Will we see a double team? Bear goes low, Ken goes high. Nobody. Ankle kick again.
1, 2.
Mount strikes. Knees to the nose. It looked like he was hitting the snout, and an arm triangle choke. Scissors, head scissor choke. There's got to be a name for that. One day, if Ken submits somebody, I'll probably get the name. Anyway, reversal on the vertical suplex out of the ring. But rather than pursue the man, the bear is screwing around inside the ring while Ken gets back in. Oh, he went for some back of the head strikes there, but twice now we have the surprise roll up from the Wrestling Bear. He is a wrestling bear, mind you. He's not just a brawler. He knows some wrestling. He's not just an animal. He's an animal who's got some skills, some mat skills. And we have the fisherman suplex, I believe. Wow, okay. So sit on the guy's shoulders from behind and ride his face into the mat. Sure. Knee in the back, wow. The black really agrees with Kenny Omega so far, can I just say? Because he has looked phenomenal and Ken has followed along with him. We did just see it.
You can't escape.
We saw a double clothesline, but even more crowd pleasing. You can't escape.
10
Great
minutes
move,
gone.
great audio accompaniment. Pounding to the back of the head.
2, 3.
Well, if Kenny Omega was not focused last time, steal high from Buddy Wolf's singles title success, he's certainly put that aside. He is all focused, all business. And Ken's looking very good too. Maybe Ken figures this is my shot at the title as well. Now that Kenny Omega's focused, I better be at the top of my game so we can bring these titles home. Handling both members of Team Terrible. Wow, I've never seen Team Terrible look so disorganized, so off their game. And there's the football tackle there. But then Ken reverses, he counters into an armbar. Wow. This is not the Team Terrible we're used to seeing. We're used to seeing them being the dominant ones. Into the neck crank, we had the gore, the bear gore into the neck crank. We're going to need a heck of a lot more than that.
Golden trigger.
Double knee to the face.
1, 2.
Wow. It looked like the save was needed there. The bear didn't look like he was going anywhere. Jason, the Terrible, had to break up that pin attempt. Hip toss. The bear catching his breath. Jeez, a lot has to go Team Terrible's way. We're going to see a title defense, I think, at this point. The challengers have looked immaculate. Oh. Okay. Drapes his man over the top rope there. Pretty vicious. Solid elbow, back of the head, jawbreaker, working the front of the head, into that arm trap chin lock, face lock. Yeah, it's more of a face lock, really. Just grabbing him across the general front of his face. 14.5 minutes, and while we have seen some sign of life from the champions, it's Ken just vigorously trying to break up Jason's advantage. Third time was a charm, but then he gets booted. Bear's in there rolling him around. He's just playing with his food right now. Just roll him around. So there's the guillotine choke from the guard position. Seen guys submit in the UFC to that move. Ken steps over into the armbar. Bear casually walks over, kicks him off. But then he gets countered into the ankle pick. I have to laugh. I mean, Team Terrible's only ever lost one match as a team. But they're just getting owned so far in this match. I don't know how else to say it. Did we just see a headbutt there? I was so busy marveling. I think it might have been some sort of jumping headbutt. I'll watch it back, but it'll be too late then, and we'll have missed the call possibly. Anyway, that was a double vertical suplex out of the ring. Bowls him over, bears him over. Stop playing with your food, Ted. You got work to do. Double arm suplex is reversed, and Kenny's out of the ring. Could this be what Team Terrible needs to change the landscape of this match? Some outside the ring brawling. Choke. Choke his man down. Jason would do well to try to induce a double countout. If he could, that would salvage these titles. Jumping headbutt, because it's... Oh god, headbutt to the G-Roin.
15.
Oh no, Jason gets back in the ring. What are you doing? Trying to win honestly? What was the point of that? You had the chance to keep mixing it up with him and stall him long enough to get the 20 count. Meanwhile, Kenny Omega's in the ring going for a pin attempt. Boy, that might have been a title losing error in judgment by Jason to voluntarily stop the outside brawling. Anyway, there's that guillotine choke that we've seen be so successful so many times. Not on Kenny though. Kenny Omega's had more than one partner give up to that move, but Kenny has never submitted to it. Maybe that's his key to winning this title is that he seems to know how to withstand that devastating choke. And that was a pretty impressive. What was that? A deadlift, back suplex, double clothesline. Champs are fighting desperately, I think, at this point. Vertical suplex, 20 minutes. Standing guillotine, not on the legal man. So Kenny Omega gets a free boot in there. Calls for the crowd, get pumped. We're supposed to be the hero team. Although they are a mixed team. Team Terrible is at least all Canadian.
Golden Trigger!
Boom! Double knee again. We've seen that many times. Reversal into the backdrop. Oh my, and there it is. Triangle choke. I mean, it's been this from the beginning, hasn't it? It's been Kenny Omega's match along with his partner Ken. So we didn't have to wait long. Once Kenny Omega donned the all black, made good, first opportunity. So it'll be a short wait to find out will Kenny Omega ever be the team leader for the Tag Team Championship. 87% richly deserved, even though it was one-sided. It still went over 20 minutes. Wow. Anyway, the new Canada Tag Team Champions, Kenny and Ken. Match 3. The singles contenders match. So, here is your former Canada's heavyweight champion, Big Titan. You see, he's no longer seeing red. Touched on it before. He might have been too hot-tempered to focus properly on the matter at hand, which was the Canadian sensation, and he came up on the losing end. And then meanwhile, here's Big Mike, your original heavyweight champion. Hasn't been back since. Big Titan body slam. Again, back to the body slam. Drop kick back of the head. And Big Mike returns the favor with the body slam. I'm sure Big Titan wants to get as quickly as possible back to regaining the title. Recently lost. Big Mike's got to be starving to get back after being away for so long. I'm holding that strap. Test of strength. Won by Big Titan. Clubbing blow. Elbow back of the head. Forearm shot to the big beard. Drop kick back of the head. So it looked like you went for the double arm suplex only to have it reversed on it. Counter backdrop. Big Mike gets all that weight going. Plows down even a large man like Big Titan. Boston Crab chop. So again, the counter backdrop snapmare. Austrian Cab again. It's worth pointing out that although Big Mike hasn't had the Canadian Championship for many months, it's not as though he's been getting wiped out. Although he was wiped out by the big boot to the face there, followed by another drop kick back of the head. I mean, he's been winning matches along the way. He's been maintaining a decent status. Didn't maintain an in-ring presence there, though, as he was back suplexed out of the ring. Oh, Big Titan went for the chair there. Big Mike saw it coming, grabbed him, and flung him along into the guard wall. That's not only will I counter that chair attack, but I'll just get away from the chair altogether. Test of manhood, trading shots. Big Mike wins that. So I don't know if Big Mike was ever on a losing streak per se. So he never faded out of relevance. Was that a top rope rolling senton by such a large guy? Look at the agility too with that flying kick to the side of the head again. Finally, the double arm suplex has landed. Big Titan, meanwhile, he lost the title and he lost the feud match. So, a couple losses in a row, memorable losses in a row for Big Titan. That clothesline might be memorable too. Knocks his man down. So if you're Big Titan, as much as anything, you want to stop the bleeding on this losing. And the gorilla press into the power slam. Reversal, the vertical suplex. Catching his breath, he's been working hard as Big Mike. He's gotten a lot of moves in. Torture, Valley Driver. 7 minutes in, cover. 2.9 already. Well, it's early to say as we see a Big Titan bear hug, but losing the title has not agreed with Big Titan so far. He's lost the match since, and Big Mike is looking good against him so far. Anyway, vertical suplex. Out of the ring. Big Mike is content to pursue.
2, 3,
Wow.
4, 5,
German suplex out onto the floor.
7, 8,
Double arm suplex in reply by Big Titan.
11.
Such a great rivalry these two guys have had since the beginning of this promotion. Matches are always entertaining. Delayed vertical suplex. Just two true heavyweights. Just in epic clashes. That choke slam into a sit-down powerbomb. Just two, so it would seem that Big Mike's ahead so far. Has had the 2.9. But a few more double arm suplexes might work out. Big Titan with a big boot. He's rallying for the crowd. Says, "Do you want me to get this title back?" First things first, he's got to get through Big Mike. Full Nelson, back suplex. Double arm suplex. Well, he's been taking over this match in recent times with Big Titan. The spear. Titan spear. Big Mike will stop the momentum. A good time for a delayed move. Just try to buy yourself some time. Delayed vertical suplex out of the ring. Big Titan's wavering out there. But he fights back.
5, 6,
Fights back when pressed, and now sizing his man up, taking the measure of him. Big Mike does look like he needs a rest. But Big Titan might have screwed around to his own detriment there, as we see the Elgin bomb, with which Big Mike won the title and defended it the first couple months of the year. Meanwhile, body slam Big Titan. Wow. Deadlift. Gut wrench. Suplex. Impressive display of strength. Vertical suplex out of the ring again.
1,
Big Titan
2,
playing to the crowd once more.
3, 4,
Only to eat an elbow to the face.
6,
And Big Mike says, "Are you with me instead?
8,
How about me?"
9, 10,
arm breaker.
12.
Now, yeah, win or lose, these matches are always interesting, these two, I gotta say. Exploder suplex, that's the signature. Is that enough? 2.9, I was about to say, will that earn him a title shot? Not that time. Running clothesline. Tries to follow it up with a dropkick, but his man was already falling down. So. We're ahead of the game, Big Titan. Power slam into the corner, into the cover. 2.9 of the 14-minute mark. Arm breaker. Vertical suplex into the center of the ring, but it's tiring work. Carrying out all this offense. Both men go for a strike, fails. Big Titan body slam. In motion, collision. Might be time for a gut check. Oh, Big Mike gets up first. He needs to catch his breath. Exploder again. Exploding into the ropes there.
1, 2.
Oh, wow. I was about to say that's got to be 3, right? But credit Big Mike's resilience. He's hanging in there. Sit down powerbomb.
2, 3.
With his head between his opponent's knees. Big Titan reasserted his title aspirations. Took a toll on him. Look at him, he's breathing heavy. 92% super bomb. Okay. Impressive sounding finish. So that's what that choke slam into the sit down power bomb is, the super bomb. Very good. And now, the main event of September for the Canada Heavyweight Championship. As I say, will it be a sensational September? I'm sure this man would love to make it so. The Canadian sensation, Alan Hawkins, who will rematch the man who vanquished him in the semifinal of the tournament. Wolf Hockfield, who then went on to be Canada's heavyweight champion. This is the rematch. It's a one-off for the title.
Fight.
Canadian title on the line. First major strike landed by Wolf Hockfield after winning the test of strength, quite understandably. Being bigger, stronger. But the Canadian sensation is, in theory, niftier. As we might have said during the tournament, it's going to be the power of the Wolf versus the agility of Allen. Well, momentum, coupled with a shoulder block, might cause a medium-sized man to knock a larger man down. Now, and certainly, he's not a weak man. The Canadian sensation certainly strong enough to lift another man up. Backdrop. But we'll see if the power moves of Wolf Hockfield prove to be the difference maker. He's thrown has at least 4 high kicks to Wolf Hockfield and missed them all. Maybe he should just stop. Might have trouble squaring up a more agile, smaller man with that move anyway. Arm drag, takedown, arm drag. Arm drag, takedown, and then he dragged him by the arm. into the turnbuckle. It looked like Sensation was going to follow up on something, but a little early. Wolf was easily emerging from the corner there and even stopped himself on the ropes to counter the Irish whip. So I think Alan Hawkins is maybe overdoing it a bit with some of these power-related tactics. Probably should ease off on that till later when his man's worn down. In any case, I believe we saw a dragon screw leg whip out from the corner. Snap suplex. Oh, just when it looked like Wolf Hockfield was going to get some power in, the vertical suplex was evaded by the flip over. Sensational flip over. Hard strike landed, floors the challenger.
5 minutes gone.
5 minutes gone, announced by Maple. And again, Wolf is just like, you're not just going to toss me around. I can just break that momentum off the Irish whip again. Is Alan Hawkins trying to prove a point here that I can manhandle you if I want? Anyway, brainbuster. Or wolf handle you. Let's be accurate. Backdrop. Kick to the face, however. Headbutt with the possibly loaded mask. We don't know for a fact. Could be loaded. Could have a big commemorative coin there lodged in his forehead to smash a guy with. Test of manhood. Both men go down though, so a bit of a push maybe there. Sleeper hold after 7 minutes. Again missing the high kick. Neck breaker. Chop to the masked face by the Wolf. And the European uppercut. Okay, so the champ's starting to put some offense together. Elbow drop to the downed opponent. Okay, so it's taken nearly 8 minutes, but the champ looks alive. But the dragon screw leg whip might reassert the challenger's momentum. Ooh, stepping shute, palm strike.
1, 2.
Just 2, however. Okay. Knee drape backbreaker. I grow weary of calling it that, so if you know a short term for that move, leave it in the comments. Anyway, vertical suplex. That one's easy enough. Double arm suplex. Here's what I'm talking about. The champ starts putting his power together. As we see the half crab. Can the Canadian sensation respond? Well, there's a response. Tombstone power driver, and the sensation's going to fly. Sensational elbow drop from the top. Drop from the top.
10 minutes gone.
10 minutes, and I think it's probably anyone's match, although I almost said give the edge to Alan Hawkins as he gets clotheslined to the mat, but the Wolf has gotten some offense going in the past few minutes. That armbar, that's won him some matches lately, won him some title matches. Delayed. Brainbuster. Are we going to see something else sensational? Oh, maybe not. It looked like it was just a distance to walk just to get to the turnbuckle. It looks like the Wolf was getting up, so Sensation decided to bide my time. Palm strike. Stepping palm strike. 2.9. Boy. Challengers for real. Much anticipation coming into the organization with his A popularity and his high salary. We got shoulder block down there. But he could validate all of it. In this match for the title, he's already had a 2.9. Wow, okay, so that was a super fly centered on the back of his opponent's head. All his weight crashing down. Back bridge victory roll type move, 2.9 again. Whew, another delayed brainbuster. Yeah, I'd say he's looked pretty sensational so far. Masked headbutt. Ooh. Double arm. Sit down. Suplex. Just 2 though. Seems the challenger's ahead. Slaps him down into the crossface, the arm trap crossface near the ropes, but Wolf has to find his way out of that. Snap. Vertical suplex. 14.5 minutes. Yeah, no shortage of those headbutts. And why would he want to crash his head into another man's head that many times if the mask wasn't loaded? I'm just saying. I'm not saying Alan Hawkins is cheating. I'm just saying I wouldn't rule it out. Anyway. Whirling. Powerbomb. Into a cover. Now we're at 2.9s apiece. We're getting into that anyone's match territory again. Reversal into the turnbuckle there. Sensational reversal. Man is dazed, flying front dropkick. Alan Hawkins is up, he's got a second wind. He realizes he's getting away from me, I better get up and get in the fight. Backflip, dropkick, 16-minute mark. He went for the vertical suplex, but it was reversed on him. The champ goes to scrape him up from the mat, but a sensational takedown. Back elbow knocks him flying, but then the ankle pick takedown, back and forth. Who can assert an advantage here? It might be worth a title if you can. Referee narrowly avoids getting smashed. Speaking of getting smashed, Exploder, but look at the resilience. Alan Hawkins is back on his feet. Body slam. He's cocking the fist. That sounds dirty. Flying headbutt. Nails his man squarely in the chest. Presses his hands on the chest. Is this enough? It is enough. It's been realized. The sensation is now the sensational champion. He has done it. He's lived up to all expectations and hype. He joined us midway through the year in time for Canada Day. Didn't get as far as he would have wanted to in the tournament. He was blocked by this man, the eventual tournament champion. But the rematch, he's made good. We've gone from super to super. We saw it with the super bomb from the number 1 contenders match. Now the super diving headbutt. In the title match, Alan Hawkins, Canadian sensation, is the heavyweight champion of Canada. And he pretty much maintains the average card rating with an 86. 4 strong quality matches. 2 title changes out of 2 possible changes. Pretty exceptional card, I would say. No shortage of surprises. I don't know if either of those title matches were expected. I think the champs were favored, perhaps heavily, but you know, this is why you run the matches. This is why, like they say, I've heard in the NFL football, this is why you play the game. Because on paper's one thing, but the people involved get to affect their destiny. And the Canadian sensation has realized his. He's the champion of Canada. Congratulations. Alan of Canada won the Canada heavyweight belt. New champion. Great success. It truly was a successful and sensational September. So, our profit in the middle, monthly balance, was twice our expenses. So that's pretty good. Assets, we didn't quite hit $1 million, but we're in the 900,000s in after the 9th month. September's the 9th month. So October, the month of Halloween. Will we do something special for it? Well, a guy who plays dress up, Stanley Adams, with the face paint and all that, is back from injury. He's had a lot of time to strategize with where Team Satan goes from here. Okay, Elgin is waiting outside. Says salary is too low. Risk losing them if we don't give them what they want. So, absolutely, Big Mike will get a raise. And why even wait? So I don't know if I guess I haven't shown this yet. So you go to, where did I go to? Human resources there. I shouldn't be blocking it. I should be in the top left. Consultation. You go to consultation. So you can pick out an individual guy. In this case, we got the guy we want. So return, as in cancel out of this menu. Change salary, which is what we want. Or release. I guess this is how you could kick a guy off your roster. You can go to the consultation. I'm afraid I got bad news for you, sir. So change salary. So if you notice on the right there, Michael Elgin's trust is an S. So we can't improve his trust. He's happy to be here. He just wishes, he thinks he should get more money. So when we go to change salary here, there'll be 3 options. You can basically give him a 10% raise, which is 1320 in this case. You can give him like a medium-sized raise. Or if you want to just outright basically add 50% to his contract, you could go 1800. But since his trust is already as high as it can be, I don't see any reason to give any more than the minimum. And that may seem unfair because for what all he's done for us, but in game terms, there's no reason. I mean, like, if this was Ken, if you remember his trust is B, if he was asking for more money, that I would definitely give him minimum the medium raise, just to try to encourage him to have better trust. But, and, you know, it's no secret Michael Elgin loves being here. Trust S. You can't hide the fact that he loves to be here. So I know I can get away with giving him the minimum, and his trust really should not go down. We'll give him his money. He's absolutely earned it. And, you know, if you would think to yourself, do you have to give him a raise? Well, yes, you do, because I believe on average, if you don't give a guy a raise who asks for it, his trust will go down by 2 letter grades, not 1, 2. I've seen he'll go from S to B, probably, if I don't at least give him something. So, yes, a raise is mandatory, unless you're trying to get somebody to walk on you. Maybe if someone's got a B or a C and you'd like to see him leave without having to fire him, because you can lose popularity for your organization if you fire somebody. That's the downside of firing that I have found. So if you want to try to encourage someone to leave, you might say, yeah, I don't think you need a raise. And then just see if he'll walk on his own. But we're sure not doing that with our original champion. Red and white through and through. So, congratulations, here's some extra money. You certainly deserve the minimum raise. So that, I believe that wraps this episode. So tune in for the Halloween episode, October.